Senator Joe Nicola here, and I represent Missouri Senate District 11, which is the northeast corner of Jackson County. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my session wrap up. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here to recap the 2026 legislative session. This was my second session in the Missouri Senate, and like all sessions, there were wins and there were losses. We made progress in some areas, but we also fell short in others. And there are a few votes that I know people may have questions, so I want to explain them plainly. One of my bills I was proud to carry was Senate Bill 1011, which was combined with Senate Bill 977. This included the No Foreign Laws Act. It says Missouri courts should not apply foreign law, and when doing so would deny a person's fundamental rights under the Missouri or the United States Constitution. The bill specifically deals with foreign legal systems, including religious law, when it is used as a substitute for state or federal law. Unfortunately, we are seeing Sharia being applied in some courts in other states. This should never happen. It's a basic rule of law issue, and I believe it is a strong protective measure for our state. In Missouri, we will be governed only by the United States and Missouri constitutions and the statutes created by the U.S. Congress or the Missouri General Assembly. Another bill of mine, a major win, was language from Senate Bill 1086, which was included in Senate Bill 878. This provision allows pharmacists to dispense ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine without requiring a prescription from a licensed healthcare practitioner, once the warning label and pharmacy procedures are in place. The medicine must be kept behind the counter and dispensed through pharmacy personnel. This is a medical freedom issue. Missourians should not have to deal with unnecessary hassle and red tape to access safe medicines. We are glad the language made it across the finish line. We also had a win for small businesses with my Senate Bill 1154, which was combined into Senate Bill 907. This bill addresses abusive lawsuits pertaining to ADA website accessibility. These are cases where the Missouri small businesses were targeted in order to extract a settlement, not actually fixing disability access problems. The bill gives businesses a safe harbor when they receive notice and take substantial steps to correct the problem within 90 days. That matters because small businesses should not be targeted by predatory shakedown tactics. The goal should be real accessibility and a fair process. We also moved forward on public safety. My Senate Bill 1294 passed as an amendment inside another bill. This language dealt with criminal offenses and penalties, including sex-related crimes and sentencing clarity. The principle here is simple. Victims matter and criminals need to be held accountable. We need clear law, consistent sentencing, and stronger consequences for serious crimes. Now I would like to talk about two bills where I voted no, even though many in my party supported them. The first is Senate Bill 999. It is known as the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act. In 2002, the federal government passed the Born Alive Infants Protection Act, which made it illegal to kill any child born at any stage of development, including after an abortion. That law was signed by President George W. Bush and became law on August 5, 2002. I don't believe this new policy is essential for Missouri statutes because the federal law ensures safety for our babies. Also, in Missouri, we already have laws prohibiting murder of any person at any age. I am pro-life. I believe life is valuable and it must be protected. The original bill is nearly identical to the federal law and even refers to it, that a child born alive during or after an attempted abortion has the same rights as any other live-born child. Regardless, I still supported the original bill to send a strong message that in Missouri, we would hold medical professionals accountable in these particular situations, should they arise. But the final bill changed. Amendments were added and weakened the original bill and added other subjects, including provisions related to cyberstalking, protective orders, and technology-related abuse. The final bill also included a non-severability clause, meaning if one part is struck down, the entire bill is at risk. Also, the language in more than one of the amendments wasn't something I could support. They were added by the minority party as the compromise in order to avoid a filibuster. I believe the added language was too broad, and in all likelihood will be deemed unconstitutional by the court. I did not want to vote for a bill that had a good headline, but bad language and could be struck down. So even though I support protecting babies born alive, I believed a no vote was the correct vote on the final version. The second bill I'd like to talk to you about is HJR 173, and you're going to be hearing a lot about this one. This deals with the state income tax. I support lowering taxes. I even support phasing out our state personal income tax. But this particular resolution is not a simple income tax cut, nor does it phase out our state income tax. What's really happening is this. The proposal would amend Article 10 of the Missouri Constitution. It directs the General Assembly to reduce and eliminate the individual income tax over time. But it also allows the sales and use tax base to be expanded to goods and services for that purpose. This is a big change. My concern is that voters are being asked to give the legislature broad authority to rewrite the tax system without seeing the full plan first. I do not believe we should remove constitutional protections and hope the details work out later. My job is not to vote with the crowd. My job is to read and understand the bills and discover what it really does, and vote the way I believe best protects Missourians. I'm grateful for the wins we had this session, and I'm disappointed in the areas where we did not get enough done, like real property tax reform, or removing the sunset on the SAFE Act, which prohibits transgender surgeries on minors. But I remain hopeful, and I'll keep working for freedom and liberty, transparency, small businesses, public safety, and the constitutional protections Missourians deserve. As always, please reach out to our office with any questions or concerns that you might have. We're here to serve you. May God bless you and your family, and God bless the great state of Missouri.